Hi everyone, it's Jay here doing the part 1 of March 2023 manga releases. There seems to be quite a lot this month, so I've broken it into 2 videos because I don't want the videos to be too long. But first we're going to start with Orange, To You, Dear One. This is a 7 Seas Entertainment release on the 7th of March. So, as you may know from the series, when Naho received a letter from her future self, it told her she needed to save the life of a boy in her class, Kakeru. And at first Naho had to shoulder this burden alone until her friends revealed that they had also received letters from the future. So they worked together, but I'll say no more to avoid spoilers. But this volume is kind of like what happens next for Naho's friends now that they're living in this brand new timeline. And next we have Magus of the Library by Mitsu Izumi. This is volume 6 and it's going to be released by Kodansha on the 7th of March. It's a story about a poor boy swept away by a kind library mage and the literal magic of reading. Theo and Tei are both candidates for Magus of the Library. It's a key figure in preserving the peace between people, but Tei refuses to allow others close to her for fear of her manner harming them, and Theo can't even seem to keep things civil between him and Medina. So, like I said, this is a Kodansha release, and next we have Jonah of the Dawn. This is volume 38 and it's going to be released on the 7th of March by Viz Media. So this series is about a princess who is betrayed and wants to be strong so she can defeat those who wronged her. In this volume, General Ran of the Kai Empire has engineered a devastating flood that sweeps Hak and the Senju herbs away. I don't want to say more than that in case I spoil anything for people who haven't got this far yet. But I really do want to read this series. It sounds fantastic. And next we have The Ancient Magus Bride, Volume 17. This is a 7 Seas Entertainment release on the 7th of March. And in this volume, the reflection of a false god has manifested. So is it the Testament, or is it still Philomela? I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that name. The conglomeration that they've become seeks to leave the college, making for the banquet hall where the college faculty celebrates. And Chise and Elias burst into a tense situation and find themselves having to face off against both sides. And then next we have Am I Actually the Strongest? This is a new series. This is a volume 1 release by Kodansha and it comes out on the 7th of March. This is about a guy who is reincarnated into another world with the promise of a cheat's power, but he's actually reborn as a baby and then left for dead after his royal parents think he's powerless. So the newly born Reinhardt, or Heart to his new friends, must find his way through a dangerous world, but luckily he's got really strong magic that is quite literally off the charts. So if that sounds like something you would enjoy, please do pick it up. Next we have Imakoi. This is a Viz Media release and it's volume 5. It's going to be released on the 7th of March and it's set after they start their second year in high school, these two characters on the cover. They start the second year together and volume 5 shows how Satomi and Yaguya's feelings for each other are growing. But in their new class, Miria, who's the girl every boy supposedly falls in love with, asks Satomi to introduce her to Yaguya, to what she's going to do. And we have Kakurio, Bed and Breakfast for Spirits, Volume 8, a Viz Media release on the 7th of March. This series, which sounds fantastic, and I haven't picked this up, but I think I will be doing, it's about a girl called Aoi Tsubaki, who inherited her grandfather's ability to see spirits, but also his massive debt to them. So she's been kidnapped and taken to the spirit world to make good on his bill on his debt. And she's given the option to either marry the head of the inn her grandfather trashed, or get eaten by demons, which are terrible choices. And Aoi, who she's not happy with that, and she's like, nope, I will pay off the debt, but I will do that by working. And in this volume, Aoi is excited about her chance to finally try the famous Tenjin-ya kaiseki meal and stay the night in one of the inn's lavish rooms. But unexpected guests throw the staff into an uproar and send Aoi and the hot springs manager fleeing into the night. For all the Shaman King fans out there, we have an omnibus release on the 7th of March by Kodansha. It's Omnibus 12 and it includes volume 34 and 35 of the original Japanese release. So this is an action manga and it's very well known. It's a bestseller and this is a 600-page edition. Apparently this is the final volume in the series and features content never before published in English, so definitely one to buy if you love Shaman King. And next we have Ayoshimon, which is a Viz Media release on the 7th of March. It's a new series, so Mauro always wanted to be like the characters in his favourite manga. Unfortunately, his training efforts have paid off a little too well, so now he breaks everything he touches, he can't find a job, and he wins every fight too easily. One day he sees a girl being pursued by a group of thugs who turn out to actually be monstrous Ayoshimon in disguise. And it seems like his real life manga story is about to begin. And this sounds like such a fun volume to read. Next up we have Black Clover volume 32 of another Viz Media release on the 7th of March. And in this volume we follow the Black Bulls as they storm their way into enemy territory to save Yami. And so a powered up Asta joins the fight and everything seems to be going their way in the battle until the most powerful devil in the underworld finally makes his appearance. And so the entire world may be on the verge of destruction. I really enjoyed the anime for this, and I do want to pick up the manga, but it's quite intimidating because, 32 volumes and counting. Let me know in the comments below, do you prefer the manga or the anime? And now we have Berserk, the deluxe edition, volume 13. This is released on the 8th of March by Dark Horse Comics. So Guts the Black Swordsman and his company reach the island of Skellig in the hopes that elven magic can heal the afflicted mind of someone he cares about. This edition includes volume 37 to 39 and a 3 fold-out colour poster, which sounds really cool. So that's out on the 8th of March. And then we have Call of the Night, volume 11. This is released on the 14th of March by Viz Media, and in this volume, Ko and Nazuna, they now know the identity of the vampire responsible for the deaths of Kyoko's parents, and they are on high alert. So is it possible to seek justice, or to at least prevent her from wreaking another path of destruction? But the answers will test Ko's human friendships as well as his own humanity. I'm really not sure whether to pick this series up or not, so if anyone has read this manga, please could you let me know in the comments whether it's a good manga, good enough to pick up. And we have The Dragon's Betrothed, volume 1. It's released on the 14th of March by Sublime. So this is about a troubled writer, Chiharu Izunome, who reluctantly returns to his rural hometown, hoping some R&R will refresh his creative juices. Instead of finding respite though, he's quickly entangled by an old promise to wed a local god. So Rin the water dragon god, to whom Chiharu has been betrothed, can be disarmingly friendly and charming, but inside lurks an animalistic ferocity. So can Chiharu escape Rin's protective embrace, or is his fate already written? Well, you're gonna have to read to find out, guys. Next we have Fly Me to the Moon, volume 16 by Viz Media. It's going to be released on the 14th of March. And here, the truth about Tsukasa's past has finally been revealed. So we follow her long journey as she escapes death, fights for her freedom, dreams of the distant moon, and finally, after centuries of searching, she finds love. Okay. And we have Yakuza Lover volume 8, released on the 14th of March by Viz Media. So in this volume, Yuri and Oya, they're about to spend Yuri's birthday on a luxurious private island, when an unexpected phone call from Oya's father ruins their plans. A new enemy has appeared, Mao, the boss of the largest Chinese mafia group, and he and Oya have a bit of a history. Although danger is imminent, Oya vows to spend whatever time he has left with Yuri, but you can't help but think and wonder what Mao could possibly want. Then we have I Didn't Mean to Fall in Love. This is a 7 Seas Entertainment release on the 14th of March, and it's a self-contained boys' love romance, rated mature, where a 30-year-old virgin finds himself falling for a charming flirt who doesn't want anything more serious than a casual fling. Or does he? So inexperienced Yoshino is about to turn 30 and he's nearly given up on ever falling in love, until one day he steals himself and he goes to a gay bar. There he meets Rao, who's everything that Yoshino isn't. He's mysterious, he's assertive, he's experienced with both men and women. Yoshino finds himself hopelessly attracted to Rao as their awkward courtship simmers into something more. But is it love? So there's quite a lot to cover there, so hopefully they managed to do that well in a single volume. And next we have X, Yakuza and Stray Kitten Volume 2, another 7 Seas Entertainment release on the 14th of March, and the tagline for this manga is, "Damn, it feels good to be a gangster's pet," which sells itself really. So having been taken in by ex-Yakuza member Jin, this abandoned kitten called Sabu finds himself put to work at his shady new owner's pet rescue cafe. But even as Sabu begins to settle into this strange routine, Jin keeps giving him reasons to fear for his life. It sounds quite funny. It's only on volume 2, but if anyone has picked this up and they're really enjoying it, could you let me know in the comments below, please? And last but not least for this video, we have Dinosaur Sanctuary Volume 2, another 7 Seas Entertainment release on the 13th of March. So when dinosaurs were found to have survived to modern times, people were enthralled until a catastrophic incident drove Dinomania to extinction. So Kaido, who was there to witness it, opens up about what happened, and the rookie keeper Suma Suzume learns more about the disaster and her co-worker than she ever expected. But she's also got a lot of other things going on as well, whether it's raising a baby Troodon or throwing a birthday party for a geriatric T-Rex. There's always plenty for Suzume to do at Dino Land. This series sounds awesome. It sounds like so much fun, so I will definitely be picking this up at some point. But apart from that, thank you very much for listening to part 1, and please look out for part 2 of March 2023 releases, which will be coming soon. Bye everyone, and happy reading!